Good morning, Kalimera, Kalimera everyone. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Yanis, Kalimera.
Good morning. Good morning to you too. Good morning to everyone. Have a great day today.
Good morning,
But
everyone. Good
Chiposa,
morning.
let's see. Let me say your line.
Wonderful.
Every day it's a good day.
Every day is a good day. Every day is a good day. That's correct, that's correct. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to put here the music just to kill the silence, to keep the vibes going.
Good morning, Stelio. Actually, not good morning. Good afternoon to you. Good evening.
Yeah, here it is. Good morning, agents from Setting Sun in the Oz. Hope everyone is well. Today is another good day. That's correct. That's correct. And as we
Setting
say
sun to
here as
you.
well,
Mhm.
we say Kalimera, Kalimera, Ine Kalimera. Every day is a good day. Good morning to
Exactly.
everyone.
The sun is setting on Stelios. Here is writing.
Yeah, it's rising. Yeah, we see the sun from different perspective views, opposite sides.
Good morning, Banter. Uh, we saw some movements. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Right, okay, let's start. I have a small surprise today for my son. It's the second time that happens. In the second year, he has
For
an
your son.
appointment. Yeah, for my son, he has an appointment with Porsche. So
Oh,
yeah, he's been invited once again for the second year in a row. He's been invited to go to the Porsche, and for his birthday. So in 2 days, he has a birthday on the 13th. So today they don't have school, so they're
ah,
out of school. So Porsche took the opportunity to invite him to Porsche showroom. He's gonna have a spin around with a Porsche.
psst. That's a good one. That's a good one.
He's gonna be a early spoiled 11-year-old driving around with a Porsche already. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble.
No, actually, he sees the future of himself. That's why.
Well, I guarantee you
From now.
that. Yeah, I mean, I guarantee you that Porsche has one a good customer, well, two customers, but you know we'll see how that goes. Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's start moving. Right, Bitcoin. What is going on with Bitcoin? Let me do the 90-minute time frame. And yesterday we were paying attention to this region here, just a little bit, towards the opening of the US. We've seen a little bit drop, so they came down to take the liquidity, right? So they took as Tuesday they took out the Monday liquidity, all the buy side liquidity, and after that, towards the end of the session, the last 2 hours, they pushed the price all the way up and took the sell side liquidity, right? Came close to the same all-time highs, right, and start pushing to the down now. What I do expect, well, is Wednesday, and usually Wednesday midweek days like Wednesdays and Thursdays, usually we see Bitcoin pulling down. That is not, I'm not expecting that every time it's going to do exactly the same thing. It's just statistically showing to us that Wednesdays, Thursdays is pulling back. Let's see if we can stay above the 109 mark and then start pushing to the upside. I believe that this time we're going to stay above the 109 mark. Okay, despite that yesterday it violated a little bit, and that was for liquidity grab, and then you can see that it turned around and it took both sides liquidity, the sell side liquidity, the buy side liquidity, both of them are being taken out. So it's going to come down, find some balance and support, so to say, right? It's going to calibrate, find support, and then hopefully I believe they're going to push the the price up. Okay. Meanwhile, while Bitcoin was doing all these liquidity grab on both sides, we've seen, I'm going straight away to the point here, we've seen Ethereum really pushing hard, and we see that reclaimed 2,625 and even claimed 2,749. Currently Ethereum price is at 2,784. So you can see now that even that Bitcoin went for the liquidity grabs and came back to where it started, we can see that Ethereum is on the move, right? So it's been a while that I've said that before. It's been a while that I've said it, that we believe that the second phase of Ethereum has already started. Let's have a look a little bit on the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. We can see that yesterday, what we said, that let's see what's going to happen with the yellow line. Broke it, went above, got rejected on our G level, right, and turned around, and now it's above that G level and reclaimed. So we can see that chart is start moving again, once again, right? We way out of the range. Okay. Technically, I can put another box here. You can see that we had another big range going on here. So if I go to a higher time frame, okay, we can see overall in the bigger picture, the bigger range is something like this, right? And you can see now that we touch the top of the range on the bigger picture, and we're getting rejected. Okay, so what I would like to see, this time that Ethereum is going to find support above the G level, which is going to be 0.02522, right? And I want to find support and start moving and breaking out and give us new local highs. Okay, it's not going to be the first time, it's not going to be all-time high. Look at that. I zoom out a little bit and you can see that, we had a major downtrend. Now there is a big possibility that Ethereum is like kind of, hey, I'm going to claim this level and start pushing up. So we're talking about reversals, right? So let's hope that we are witnessing the very early stages of ETH moving, right? And ETH is going to be the primary mover now and not Bitcoin. So let's see. So I mark the bigger range, the bigger picture range. There it is on the 6 hours. Okay, I'm going to leave that. Let me change the color so I don't want to confuse people. I'm going to keep that as range. Okay, there it is. And then I can move down to my smaller time frame, the 90 minutes that I like to watch, because the 90 minutes is a very heavy time frame for day trader or intraday trader. It's a confirmation time frame. When you want to see candles above G levels or below G levels, a 90-minute time frame candle is going to be a very solid solution for your questions. You're wondering what's happening. 90-minute time frame is a good solution for you to find answers. So yeah, Ethereum is on the move, right? We can see that. And also very quickly, I want to demonstrate and show you the others chart, which is technically the altcoins, all the altcoins except the first top 10 tokens against Bitcoin, right? So here we go. We broke out of the range. Look at that, how beautiful that is. We broke out of that range. Okay, retest that from the top side of the range and start pushing to the upside, and we're heading towards the next G level, which is around 0.12. Okay, around 12 cents. So that chart is kind of an average of all the altcoins, excluding the top 10 ones, against the Bitcoin. And the same thing that we compare Ethereum to Bitcoin, this is altcoins compared to Bitcoin, and we see that the altcoins already start moving. So let's hope that we're witnessing also the beginning of the alt season, and we want to see that we found some solid grounds here at 11 cents, and we're heading towards the 12, and hopefully we're going to reclaim and start pushing up to 13 cents. Okay, so our G levels are here to help us. Our G levels are here to give us early signs, early signals. So that's it from me for now. I'm gonna, go through these little things very quickly. Going back to Bitcoin, all I want to see today on the 90-minute time frame, I would like to see that we're gonna stick above 109. Okay, that's the target. I want to stick above 109 and 140. Okay, on the 90 minutes, if it goes a little bit below, I'm not going to be really upset. I want to see what the next candle is going to do. It's going to reclaim. So it did a small violation, trying to bring this in balance. I will understand. All I want to see is a continuation to the upside, because the sentiment to me is I'm still bullish. Bitcoin is a bit slower right now. Ethereum is on the move, so I'll focus on Ethereum as well. Speaking of which, let's have a look on the. Let me bring Pepe up, which is the major Ethereum ecosystem alt. Okay, meme coin. So we can see here, Pepe, that after the deep correction that it did last week, all the way down to a G level. Okay, very sharp move, reclaimed, start pushing. Look at that, the big fight that he had. Finally, it reclaimed, find a solid support at 0.00012747, and maybe there is a possibility that today is going to continue to go to the upside. Right, so yeah, I believe the ETH ecosystem is going to move further. So, purpose slowly, you can see that we once again approaching the 50% of that range that we marked here previously. So the further it goes, the better it is. We can say that the major imbalance and any heavy buy side liquidity has been grabbed. It's been taken out twice. Okay, so I think it brought it brought down, it humbled, so to say, all the high leverage traders big time here. Okay, because they see that huge momentum, everyone jumped to catching. I assume that a lot of people, they went on high leverage on Pepe. They say, hey, it is moving, Pepe is moving, let's catch up and let's make all the losses back as soon as possible. So I assume they went high leverage. The market humble them down very easily with two shift actions. All the buy side liquidity has been taken out, and you see that now it's pushing to the upside. Let's see, claim these levels and start attacking the 50%. Okay, I'm very excited to see not only Pepe but all the tokens, right? But for Pepe, because we have a G level, I will be very excited to see that Pepe is going to claim the 50% and start pushing to the upside. Okay, that will be good. That will be a good sign. So let's see, let's hope. Right, that's it for me for the time being. I will come back later for the rest of the altcoins. We're going to have a swift look on the majors like AVAX, Solana, Sui. We're going to have a look on Tesla, ENA, Render. But for the time being, I'm going to pass you to our XRP general. John, he's ready with his XRP, so here it is. John, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So about XRP, we saw a movement to the upside over here, found a resistance of 50% to 2.29. Make that correction and then go straight up, claim that 50% of RG level. That imbalance over here down here is acting as a support. Also RG level at 2.22, and now it's sitting, actually is bouncing up and down to that 50% of RG level. You see, make that correction, went below, and now went again above that 50%, and now it's going up and down on that 50% of G level. For the moment, right now, as we speak, it's sitting below and has found some resistance because we have 1, 2, and 3 candles over here. Did manage to break it above. Maybe we'll see If it did manage to break that 50%, maybe we'll see some correction and then try again to reclaim it, that 50%. As we can see, is it forming a triangle, we can say, over here. I'm inside on my trade. I'm still inside because I have my entry from down below, from here, and I'm expecting what exactly. If it breaks above, I have my confirmation. Also, is sitting above the 50% of RG level, and that small trend line because it's on a 90 minutes time frame. I have my two confirmation that the XRP will show me that is going for that liquidity pool that stays above of at 2.37 on RG level over here. The next G levels is sitting over here at the 2.37. If it doesn't doesn't have enough strength to stay above, then breaks below, and have my 2 points over here. I'm expecting XRP to go. If it breaks also those 2 points, then it's going to the lowest G levels at 2.22 again to have like a second support. For the moment, as we speak, I'm waiting actually how XRP will react to those levels. As you see, it's on the 50%. Actually, the price is squeezing for now. You see, it's coming from a longer movement and going even to a smaller one. Every time the price is squeezed, if it breaks above or below. That's why I'm waiting for the moment what exactly it will do. Hopefully to break above, of course. Hype, we saw a good movement. Clear that liquidity pool over here. Let me delete this one. And also, as we can see, bring the brushes. Also, as we see over here, went above, make support, and now it's going even higher. Let me delete this one because now it's not longer active. So let me change those levels and bring the bigger ones, because it's finally break above all levels, and now we have the newest one. And let me break also this bigger one to the smaller one. There you go. So guys, when you have a bigger G levels over here, to go step by step, we break the smaller one. Bring these numbers even bigger so you can see them. There you go. So what do we see over here? It's sitting at this level over here at 41.87, has break that level, makes it as a support right now, and it's going for the next one that is sitting on the 50% on the smaller G level at 43.79. We're going step by step, as we usually say, level by level. As we see, has broken this trend line that is way from 26th of May, had a resistance over here, broke, make it as a support, and now it's going even higher. We have our levels, then we go on a daily to see. We have new all-time high on Hype, as we can see. Previous high was at 32 and now it's sitting at 42. We have a new all-time high. And now we're going level by level over here. I don't know if anyone look on hype, but it's moving. Now about SPX. We told yesterday that SPX also took that liquidity that was sitting over here. Let me delete this one now because it's not active right now. So what do we see? Claim for a moment that G level at 1.60, and now it's didn't manage to stay above, and now it's going below, actually acting as a resistance. We have to wait and see if has enough strength to reclaim that or go even lower. Over here, what we can do, we can break this level over here, the smaller one at 2 to have our 50%, and there you go. You have also your level, so you can have more clear image. And now, as you see, it's sitting above the 50%. If it stays above the 50% and go even higher, and then you have and sees that is building some strength, then you have your confirmation that the SPX might go even higher. And if you break that 50% and make that line as a resistance, then you have your next level below at 1.41 to check if it acts as a support or not. Let me go in a higher time frame on a daily. Always what we say, look to the left. What exactly is the background? And as we can see over here, there you go, we have our liquidity that stays above that 1.80. And what we always say that the price always chases that liquidity. Maybe now that the alts are starting to move, maybe we'll see some support over here, take that liquidity, and then make some correction. For the moment, SPX it's on the move. It's moving since actually way back, since 19th of May. Actually, no, 7th of May. From there until now has made 244% up. Imagine that if your entry was here with only 5x, you will have 1000x easily. So about SPX, it has to show us what exactly we'll do in this area, if it's going to claim it or not. We have to wait for a moment. Now about ENA, we didn't see any movement on ENA yet. Sorry, Bander, I don't know if you look on ENA, if you have a trade or I don't know. Let me go to the 4 hour actually. There you go. ENA. Come on. There you go. We have a small breakout from this trend line. We are on a 4 hour time frame. Actually, to be more solid about the trend line, you have to go on a daily time frame. Sorry about that. We have to go on a daily time frame. We have a way back from here till here. There you go. Let me lose that smaller one. As we can see, we have a break to the upside from that trend line. Also, it's sitting above that 0.35 RG level, and I don't think you can see those numbers because are too small. Let me bring the numbers even bigger. Much better. Now it's sitting over here. we can say that has made like a small range on this level. And let's go on the 90 minutes time frame. You see that it's moving up and down on this G level. For the moment, we have to wait and see, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles over here that is still they are sitting below that level. If this level acts as resistance, we have to check if this trend line works as a support, and then try to reclaim that level that is sitting on a 0.35. We just have to wait and see for the moment, for the time being, about ENA. What else? I also have Tau from yesterday, because Tau was moving. As you can see, we have, we have our support on the trend line over here, and now it's sitting above that 50% of our G level over here. I'm on a daily time frame right now. Let's go on the 90 minutes time frame. There you go. As you can see, all the candles are printing above that 50%. Maybe here we see support again, like so, like this movement over here. Maybe we'll see some support again on this 50% of the level, and then go to chase that imbalance that has above to our G level of $503. Yeah, $503. We have I have marked my imbalance over here on the daily time frame, like always. Let me show it to you. That there it is. And I'm gonna always say that I have marked my imbalances because it's acting like a magnet, actually. It's chasing those imbalances and liquidities. And also, if I lose that imbalance from here, let me delete this one for a moment. We can see that in this G level at 503, what do we have? We have a liquidity pool. And then there you have it. The price is going to take that one, maybe acting as a support, as a resistance for a moment, to take a small correction, and then go even higher. We see movements right now in most of the coins. We see movement, except XRP, actually, because we see some correction on XRP. But the other projects are moving. Also, like Thalis said, Pepe, because it's on a Ethereum network, it's start to move. We see some movement right now. Let me go on Tau right now on the daily, because I think there you go. You have also your triangle over here. We have 1, 2, third time, 3 resistances, and now maybe we see some breakout and go for that liquidity. Have an eye on Tau also, guys. If anyone see Tau, keep an eye on Tau also.
Yeah, if he's walking down the street on your neighborhood, have a look on Tau.
What?
Αν περπατάει πουθενά στη γειτονιά, λέω.
Έτσι. That's all from me for now.
That's good. Right, okay. Guys, this is the time that if you wish to write down to the messages, to comments here, the live chat, if you have any tokens that you will wish us to have a look on the charts, you're more than welcome to do so. Meanwhile, I'm going to jump in a little bit on the others once again, to remind you that we've seen that the altcoins are starting to move, right? So we have a turn on the others, are pushing, they're approaching to the next G level. So that is all the average move from all the altcoins, excluding the top 10. So that is a good chart for you to have a look and, you know, understand that when you have the majors move as a primary or the minors move as a primary. So now we can see that the miners are on the move, right? AVAX, look at that lovely AVAX. AVAX is claiming levels, is doing a nice and lovely healthy move to the upside. So there you have it. It goes up, it gets rejected on $21. It came down, find support on 20, fell once again on 21, but it gave you a solid ground of $20 to be a good foundation, like a solid support. It's going all the way up straight to the next G level, got rejected, reclaimed, and start pushing now, going towards 2281. So speaking of which, let me go to a higher time frame. This is AVAX. Let's go on let's say 12 hours. Have a look on the 12 hours. Bring the indicators here. It's telling you that there is a possibility that we're going to see a rejection. We do see a rejection on the 12 hours. And you see that the RSIs have been maxed out. That's okay. Look on the weekly. You can see that the weekly is trying to turn around and start heading towards the upside, right? I see a correction happening on the weekly. So look at this. It was going very sharply to the down, and then it turned around, and then it's two corrections, angle corrections, right? So have that angle here, and look how that goes. I'm going to try to mimic the angle. So that's the first correction happening here, right? So that is another correction. So you see we have the first angle, it's been corrected with a second angle, and now we have a third angle that's been correcting, and it's looking that, you know, it's going to turn around. So on the weekly, on the bigger time frame, there is a possibility that we're going to see once again AVAX turning around. Okay, it's not on the very bottom. Okay, the very bottom, the best signal that you can have on the weekly, it was down here, right? Have a close up, and RSI you can see turning around, and ASO losing the momentum, the negative momentum, right? So all these three indicators on the weekly will give you a good solid idea that, you know, AVAX is on the move. It got rejected on the 2281. It came back, found support at 19, and now it's pushing on the weekly, trying to deal with that 22 G level, right? So I went to the bit higher time frame now to demonstrate that, you know, the alts are on the move, right? And it's kind of early. Okay, it's kind of early. You see a huge correction that we had since 51. Okay, so we need to claim our major. This is the first G level that we need to claim. Okay, this is a G level, which is a 25 G level we need to reclaim and start moving towards the upside, towards the 50. So this is quite early move, early catch, so to say. Not only for AVAX. Okay, not only for AVAX. Look at that on Solana. Solana again, it had a deep correction from 187. Look at that, it's going all the way down, and we claimed 151, 156, bounced twice from 160, but no, Solana did not stop there and start pushing, and we even broke above 165, claimed 165, found support and pushing. Okay, so things are looking more better compared to the previous days, right? Previous week, so to say. So yeah, so let's hope that, you know, the correction phase, that downtrend, is over for the altcoins, and we should be start seeing better days. Okay, so all you have to do, just update the G levels, aka just extend them to the right. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to redo the TA. This is a 90-minute. Look at how Solana is keep on grinding and start, you know, reversing, right? We do these live updates every day. You should be able to see these, right? You should be able to see this. Look at that SUI. Right, look at that Sui. After that deep correction, how quickly it recovered. It stopped exactly on the G level, went all the way up, trying to find support here, and then turn around. And now we got to another G level, which is going to act as a resistance for the time being. Got rejected once, got rejected twice, but I think it's going to insist and break through. Right, so Sui is looking very good. Someone is looking to go long on Sui. Wait until you claim $3.52, find support and move. Always your entry is to be on support on longs. Okay, find support before you enter. Okay, you're on the G level now. Wait to clear that battle of rejections. Once you go through, clear this G level and you find support, then you're good to go. Let's have a look on Atom. Even Atom is on the move, like the yellow line. That it was a huge support for us for a very long time. You can see that Atom is pushing all the way up. Tesla, even Tesla is turning around. Okay, we got support on 282. We had that golden line, okay, which is the 50% of the G level between 282 and 351. Okay, so we can see that it's claiming. So let's hope that the market is going to give room for Tesla to move further up. ENA, John spoke about ENA, so I don't have anything to add on. All I have to tell you, just a reminder, you see two rejections. It's insisting, all the support is going higher. So all we want ENA is to claim 0.37 and start pushing to the upside. Okay, Render is on the move as well. Look at that. Yes, it got rejected on $4.12, right? But it's looking for a support. Okay, so it's looking for support to turn around and reclaim $4. All the support, let's say, all the corrections, you can see that all the lows are getting higher and higher. So that's a good sign. You've got all the highs going higher, you've got all the lows going higher. So you have a parallel channel and trying to push. It just wants to clear that G level. Right, $4.12. If someone is interested in Render, have a look on Rune. Remember what we said about Rune, that we need to break the structure for us to start thinking about reversals, right? That was the last high from the last dip down. So you can see that was grinding. It broke the all-time high. So it broke, not the all-time high, so the previous high, so to say, right? In the local area. So it broke that high and it's going higher. Okay, virtual is pushing. Look at that, this support, right? Look at the support, it's pushing up. Have a look on Link is pushing up, right? So let's have a look on ENJ as well. That is pushing as well. We spoke about the other day that ENJ, okay, a little bit of sideways action. You know, people, couldn't see, a proper move to the upside. I understand that, right? It's a big range. I understand that, but look at that. It broke the range, came back, retested the range, trying to battle with that G level, trying to break through. It's getting rejected, but it's still fighting. Okay, look at that. It's still pushing to the upside. So let's hope that ENJ is going to find support, right? We're under a rejection point, so be careful. Just wait to flip this resistance to a support, find a good level of support, and then push to the upside if someone's interested. Yeah, that's it for the miners, right? Yeah, that's it, I think, for us today. Yes, we got some events going on the financial calendar. Have a look on the financial calendar, do your own research, and let me go back to
CPIs today, so be careful.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some volatility. That's good. I mean, this is what we want. We want volatility. We just don't want any nonsense. We don't want any let's say position that you're trying to build, right, to get burned in that aspect. Okay, I just want to see that we would like to see a continuation to the upside. Maybe Bitcoin is gonna do consolidation for some longer time, and the alts will start moving, or Ethereum will start moving. So do not ignore the fact that ETH has pushed all the way up. Right, this is a 90 minute. Let me do it 45 minutes. You can, if you want to have a focus point, here's your little focus point for today. Okay, so this is your top, this is your low. You can go down to 50 minutes and say, hey, this is the focus area. I want to see what's going to happen with ETH, right? And if you see that ETH is going to claim 50% and holding above, then you can have an entry trying to attack the top of the range, break out of the top of the range, and go for that next G level. Okay, I mean, ETH, as I said, you know, the other days, is showing off his teeth, right? He's grinding. It's been pushed down multiple times, all the way, you know, pushed down under the 2,500 mark. It went all the way down to 2,375. But after that, recover 1, 2, 3 G levels, and it's going for the key level, which is 2,874. Right, so things are moving.
Stalio says that do rocket pool for Buzzman.
Rocket pool. Okay, let me have a look on the rocket pool. Once we missed Buzzman yesterday, so okay, so rocket pool is under the Ethereum, so okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. Let me have a look a little bit on the FDV. FDV is 156 million. How's the market cap though? The total 21,150. Okay. The FDV is looking very healthy. It's very similar to the market cap, so that is good. So all right, okay. Let me bring that up. Let's do that on the weekly. Right, so it's going through a major correction down here. Oh, poor boy. You picked your token, haven't you? Right, okay, let's have a look. I mean, that last impulse, you know, that is your last impulse, right? But the problem with that is I don't have a reversal yet for me to determine this is a swing low. So this downtrend still ongoing. Why? Because we haven't broken structure. Okay, this is the last high on the last wave to the down, so we haven't broken structure for me to use that. So I need to use another impulse, so I'm going to use that impulse all there, and then I'm going to use the extensions. It's the only way, safest way to do it. So let me do these. Let me bring the templates, the key 4 zones. I'm going to do 4s. There it is. Going to expand a little bit. Let me see if I got a template of extension 1. I do. Extension 1, I got extra 25% above and below. So at least I have a level for me to work with for the time being. Let me expand that to the left. That's good, just to compare. All look nice and neat. I like what I see. I see price action respecting these two levels. Now I can go to a smaller time frame. I can go to the daily, for instance. Right, and then you can see that we got rejected twice on our G level $7.33. Now what you want to see, that it's going to claim, find support, and continue to the upside. I can break these two guys here between that G level here and that G level here with an 8 template of 8, which means 4 zones above, 4 zones below. Just a shortcut to do 2 zones at the same time to save time. Don't redraw like thousands of G levels here. So let me recalibrate the numbers here. 3951, and the bottom one, it has to be 0.2777. There it is. I need to take out the overlapping lines and numbers. I don't need them. So 3 lines out of the way, and make sure that I do that line just to remind me that this is a breakdown G levels, right? I use extra G level to break down the key levels. So let me align these to be out of the way, and there you have it. Make sure that the locks that don't drift, and you can go to any time frame you wish. You see on a button week, okay? I mean, you know, that can give you a little bit of trouble. It's telling you that, you know, everybody found a reason, a level for them to take profits. Let's have a look on the left. They took liquidity, technically. This is what they've done. They went above this button wick. This is a huge liquidity. It went up here. It got rejected. Right, influence with a bearish shorts previous orders. So yeah, it got influence, and you can see that it's still pushing. This is the 90 minutes. Let me go to 45, and you can see that it's trying to deal with this G level, right? It's a key level. It's a solid line. Let's make it a bit thicker. So there it is. Here's our G level. For you to continue with rocket pool, please, Bassman, make sure that you find support. You flip that resistance to support for you to continue to the upside. Okay, it comes from a uptrend. I mean, yes, I mean, long term is doing a huge correction, but look at that. Lately, you see all these lows are getting higher. You have some volatility going on, like you have good spikes, but you have good returns as well, right? You have good corrections. Be careful with these deep corrections. Don't get caught, because it goes down like 37%, right? It can spike up in one go 47%. That's a good volatility, good performance, but look how the correction is deep, like 25%, right? So please be careful. Don't get caught on the wrong side of that token, right? Don't try to go long, especially on the rejection, and that starts shooting to the downside. It will burn you, right? So be careful. Find support, have tight stop losses, right, and moving from level to level. Okay, look how lovely that couple with just TA, right? Look how it's respecting on any time frame, 90 minutes, 12 hours, it's up to you. Look how it's respecting the G levels, right? So if you see a nice clean TA G levels with a chart that is respecting, you have a huge advantage. You are on the top 10% of the traders that you know where the next support resistance is. A lot of people, they don't know. They're using golden zones, the 618, right, for them to guess where the next rejection is going to be, or the next support. We have the G levels, and look at that. You don't need, you know, it's infinity. It's infinite. It could go and go and go. I mean, if I turn these G level, let me change the template and give you the G level max, right? You can see how far that will go. Let me turn this around, right? Reverse that, and you can see that where you have the next levels already printed. Okay, let the others wonder where the next golden zone is going to be when we have all the G levels marked out, because we found the frequency. Okay, you just clocked the frequency. Okay, you just clocked that frequency here, that impulse from this bottom to this top. So you clock that frequency, right? And now you can see the rest of the levels because of that frequency. Okay, so this is a key level. G level is very important for for rocket pool to turn around. Okay, it has to claim $7.33 for start turning around. Okay, so it's looking very promising. Look how strong it's pushing. It needs to climb. Let me go back with the extension number 1, because we had levels lower that was needed. So yeah, please be careful. Okay, make sure that you're gonna claim $7.33, and then, you know, the sky is your limit. Okay, for that token. If that token wants to turn around, the market cap is 155 million. which is early sign. It's early token, right? High risk token, because it's just a little bit above the 100 million mark. Okay, yes, it's clear out from the danger of someone's gonna rug pull that token, but also be aware that he has moved to a new contract address. So the original address that they had on Ethereum has changed to a new address. So just be careful, just for you to know that they moving things around. Total supply 21 million. Kind of the same thing like how Bitcoin is, limited supply, low supply, not trillions. You see here it's only 21.4 million. Total supply, maximum supply is infinite. This is not a very good sign for the long term. Why is that? Because if the max supply from the developer that created that token is infinite, it means that anytime can mint more tokens. Right? In one way, it is good because it's not going to run out, and that token is going to create more tokens for people to trade. However, every time they're going to mint, they're going to bring down the value of each token. It's like printing money, right? It's the same thing with the currencies, right? Once they start printing, you know that the currency gets devalued, right? So inflation, same thing with Rocket Pool. 11,000 holders, not too many, which is good. It's like early, it's an early bird, but if you see that he's doing this lovely, nice, high performance, yes, use it. Take the advantage of that movement, but don't sleep on it. All right. Right. That's it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm going a little bit fast, and the reason is because I need to make sure that my son, he is on time on his appointment, so to say, because I'm trying to teach him the importance of that he needs to be early on his appointments. So I already spoke to him yesterday about that. He knows that 11 o'clock he has an appointment, but because he's got ASD, ADHD, he believes that 11 o'clock he can start from home. He has that minor detail that he cannot calculate, that he needs the travel time. Okay, he has to calculate and think about the travel time, and he thinks that if we're going to start 11 o'clock from home, that he's going to be on time on his appointment, which is not the case. So yeah, one of those things, you have these kids are very smart in some areas, but in some other basic stuff, you have to teach them through. Kids, right? As we speak,
we all teaching things in life.
Yeah, we all been late. We all been late. I mean, to be late once or twice, it's okay. People can understand. You've got circumstances. Not always things are based. It's not under your control. I understand that. But they need to understand the importance, though. If you want someone to take you seriously, you need to act seriously, right? You need to show them that you respect their time and you respect, the time and the effort that they put for you, right? For this example, let's say that, he has an appointment. They made an effort because he's got a birthday. And then they invite him to show him around on Porsche because they know that he likes Porsche and he has a collection of toys of Porsche. So it's an honor for him. So he has to show back the respect that he's going to be looking good, dressed up, looking good, fresh, but he has to be on time, right, to show the respect. Right, that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen, for the time being.
Thank you very much. Have a great day to all of you.
Thank you very much. Basman says, thank you, sir. Stelio says, ευχαριστώ. Υπέροχο as always. Beautiful as always. Good stuff. Alright, guys. Alright. I still have Ethereum, a Bitcoin open long. but it's not moving. It's not moving. Look at that. That very top, that very bottom on a high time frame. Look at that range. Let me refine that range. I am in the range.
Strength.
Yeah, it's building strength. Yeah, it's accumulation. It's all right. So there it is. Here's my little range. Can someone trade the range? Of course you can trade the range. If you mark the range on a high time frame, ignore that little one. It's out. It's gone. It's finished. Here's the range. Can you trade the bottom of the range with the top of the range? Of course you can. Okay, that was the top. That was the bottom. That's the double top here. All right. You see the little bit of rejection. Let's hope that EU, well, not EU, but let's say US later, we're going to get some volatility, right, and get things going, right? There is a possibility that's going to come down. It's in a downtrend, violation of the 50%. There is a possibility that's going to come down to the bottom of the range. Yes, it's Wednesday, it's Thursday. Usually these 2 days are pullback days. Not always, just, as an average, statistically, we've seen this before. Right, my agents, thank you very much. Have a lovely, lovely day. Every day is a good day. Make sure you see all the charts. Zoom out, zoom in. Make sure that your G levels are on spot, and then just remind yourself the conditions. I enter because of the conditions. Did I see a breakout? Yes. Did I see a support? Yes. That's for me a signal for me to go long. And the next G level is your next resistance, which is a reminder. TP, take profits. Okay, take profits before the market's going to turn around, before it's going to be too late, before someone else is going to take the profits. Someone asked on Discord, okay, how can you evade so to say reversals, sudden reversals. You don't know what the market's going to do. I'll keep on saying that the market is a random walk. It can go up and down at any given time without a warning, right? That's why it's random. That's why you cannot rely on it. Don't rely on the market. Rely on your TA. Draw the lines and have these lines and understand they serve you a purpose, right? And just go level by level. Simple as that. When you see huge reversals like this, a huge push to the upside, and then you see a correction, right? Understand that once you're going to come back to the same level for the second time, you're going to get rejection. People will going to start shorting, okay? And do not ignore the signs. You have a double bottom here, right? Like a W formation with huge wicks below, right? Huge wick below, which is the abundant wicks, right? So that is a push to the upside. So don't ignore the signs. Zoom out, mark the ranges, zoom in, define the levels, and make sure you follow the conditions and rules, and everything is going to be just fine. If you're going to have 1 or 2 losing trades, it's okay. Do not focus on the loss. Make sure you understand that the next trade is there for you to take, and make sure that it's going to be a profit one. It's going to be a win trade for you to recover the loss. So don't focus on the loss. Okay, that's all I have to say for you guys today. Once again, have a lovely, lovely day. John, final word for you.
Have a great day to all of you, and actually be careful today because we have news, so be extra careful. And actually, you said everything.
All right.
I don't have anything to add up.
All right. Okay. Good. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to all of you.